Hey everyone, welcome back to Happy Life, Better Life. And thank you for joining me today. I want to hype you up because this is the second day of our 30-day journey of getting our mojo back. Getting our mojo back. So, what does that mean? That means that you know how you want to look and feel. You know how it feels when you're in a good place mentally, physically, spiritually. You know how it feels when that dress fits you the way you want it to. You know how it feels when you can go up and down the steps and not be out of breath. You know how it feels when you feel like you are in a good and healthy place. And so that's what we're talking about, getting our mojo back, getting to the place where we belong, and also getting to a place where we are thriving and not just surviving, okay? So, our objective for today, our focus rather for today, is our appetites. But before I get into that, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment because I want to know who's on this journey with me. So please, put it in the comment. You can simply say, I am in, or you can say day two. You can say, um, you can tell me where you're from, what area you are from, because I know that there are some of you from different countries, different states, different cities. So I would love to hear from you. So make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and join this journey. Just start from right where you are. It doesn't matter if we're on day 5 and you're just coming onto this page and you want to start at day 1 and then work your way through to day 2 and we're on day 15. Doesn't matter. Start from right where you are at this moment. So, before I get into appetites, our days basically will consist of some form of physical exercise for at least 30 minutes. And I want to confess to you today. Yesterday, I went to the gym and I was on the stationary bike, I was on the treadmill. I did I did a couple of things in the 30-minute workout where you do the circuit and you go around and do different things. And I felt pretty good yesterday. Today, I was outdoors and I went to the track. And let me tell you, I felt like I was going to die. When I got back to my car, my heart was pounding so bad. I don't know, walking outside at the park and on the track, it must have been really different from being on that treadmill. Let me tell you. And but I want to say something about starting right where you are. I tell people to make sure you get the 30 minutes in. You could just, walk out your door, set your alarm for 15 minutes, and as soon as that alarm goes off, just turn around and walk back. That is one way to make sure you're getting 30 minutes of exercise in for the day. But you don't even have to leave your house. You can do put on a 30-minute aerobic video or something like that for beginners on YouTube, and you can do something with that. Dance along with it. Do some stretching. The main thing is movement. Movement is necessary. But a quick little story. I remember when I had COVID. Now I had COVID 3 times. Okay, 2 times it was really bad. Like I think it was the first time I had COVID. I was so weak afterwards, and I really my breathing and stuff was very shallow. Like I felt like it took me, it felt like almost 3 months to get back to normal. And one of the first things I did to kind of combat that when I was able to do it was to go out to the track. And let me tell you, I remember I couldn't even make it around that track 4 times around equaled 1 mile. 4 times around equals a mile. I could not even make it around that track one time without stopping at least 4 to 6 times. That's how weak I was, and that's how much I had to build up my stamina and my strength. But I would just tell myself, okay, this is what it is, and we'll just, make it around one time and then go home. And that's what I would do. And then eventually it went from one time to two times around. Then it went from two times to three times around. And then it went to four times around. Listen, I remember celebrating when I could actually make it around for a mile. So my thing is start where you are. Don't push yourself too hard. Just take it one step at a time, okay? So, getting into appetites. So, this is the thing about appetites. Appetites will tell you so much about a person. Their appetites will tell you so much. Your appetites will tell you a lot about you. It will tell you how disciplined you are. It will tell you whether you consume a lot of junk. It will tell you if you're in control or if other things are controlling you. So, my thought for today, along with what we're getting ready to talk about when it comes to appetites, because I'm not even just talking about appetites as far as food, okay? So, I'm talking about more than that because some of us have appetites for smoking, appetites for drinking, appetites for porn, appetites for sex, appetites for erotic novels, appetites for gambling, appetites for drugs. Some of us even have appetites for social media where we're so addicted to it, we just can't stay off of it. We are so addicted to so many things. And that's what I'm talking about when we have these appetites that control us, these things that control us instead of us controlling this. I'm not judging anybody for anything on this list because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to motivate you to live your best life, to live your happy life. And one of the things that's for sure is that you can't do that if you're not free. You can't do that if you're bound, if you're being held back and overwhelmed, or if something is in control of you instead of you being in control of it. So there is a thought because sometimes I will be sharing um, different inspirational quotes, maybe from different people, maybe even biblical quotes. And today's quote is a biblical quote. It is in the Bible, and there is a scripture that says, I will not be brought under the power of anything. I will not be brought under the power of anything. That means I'm not going to allow anything to control me. So you can add that to your affirmations. If that's something that you know you are battling with or you have battled with, I want you to put that on your affirmation list. I will not be brought under the power of anything. Listen, some people are addicted and have appetites for bad relationships. They keep getting in relationships with the wrong type of people, people who use them, people who abuse them. It doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. It can be friendships and things like that where we are not our best selves. Some of us can be addicted to being around people who are toxic. And so we don't know how to break away from those situations. So look at it. I'm saying there's appetites for different things. Even when it comes to food, I'm going to tell you the truth. I have struggled with food at different times in my life because to me, food food is a comfort place. Food is my happy place. You give me some good food, let me tell you, you will probably see my feet swinging under the table, and I will catch myself just humming because that's my happy place. Even when it comes to cooking, when I'm not physically tired, it is something I enjoy doing. It's something my brother used to always say, you cook with love. You cook with love. And a funny joke, he would say he was cooking for he and his family, his wife and stuff came over to my house one time, and I was making something. It was like something like spaghetti or goulash. It was something like that. And when he tasted, he was like, "Man, now this is cooking with love." And then he was like, "Yeah, April don't cook with love." And I was like, "That's my sister-in-law." And I said, "What do you mean she doesn't cook in love? What is she cooking with?" And she said, "Oh, I'm not offended." She said, "I cook for sustenance." I cook for sustenance. I cook for health. She said, as long as it's there, and then she said, I don't really season stuff. I don't really get into that. And She said, and I have no shame about that. But let me tell you, that was years and years ago. She's cooking with love now, y'all. She is cooking with love. So anyway, food can be an addiction. You know, food can definitely be an addiction, and we know that is a big thing in our country because people love food. You have some people who eat out all the time. And to tell you the truth, the quality of food that we get here in America is just not the best anyway. It's just not. It's just not. People have gone to other countries like Italy, Panama, different places, and they're like, oh my gosh, I was eating out all the time, like every day. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to gain so much weight, but I actually lost weight. I lost so much weight. Why? Because their food doesn't have the preservatives and the additives and the salt and all these things that keep us with diabetes and hypertension and high blood pressure and all this stuff over here. They don't have all that. We have managed care over here, where I thought about that one day. You get put on these pills and stuff for hypertension, high blood pressure, and all these things, and there's no plan for you to get off of it. The plan is just for you to take this every day and then take this water pill and take this for your cholesterol. But they don't give you a plan to get off of that stuff. So this is why I chose for myself to say I need to figure out what I need to do to get off of these pills and change my come down, get my weight to come down, change what I'm eating and doing certain things. But it is a process. It is a process. So it's something I want you to be aware of. I want you to be cognizant of it and see the changes that you need to make. And then start making those changes slowly. Like I said, we're adding water and drinking water every day. And you want to give up something. So if you normally drink sodas, give up soda for the 30 days, you know. And if you normally have three a day, then maybe get to the point where you have one a day and you maybe drink half of it at one point and then the half of it later in the day. But make sure you're drinking your water. So, again, these things with the appetite, you have to get to the place where you are in control of your appetite. You have to get to the place where you are in control of the things that you are taking into your body, the things that you are taking into your mind, the things that you were taking into your air. Even the things that we're looking at. I feel like today, when you know how you're listening to a song on the radio and you can get a censored version of that song without maybe all the profanity or without the N words and all these kinds of things, different things that are in there, they'll kind of blurb it out or whatever. I really wish they had something like that for some of these television shows. Sometimes I'll be watching something and the storyline can be so good, but there's so much graphic violence. There's so much just blatant profanity. There's just unnecessary. There's so much of these things, and now it's becoming so commonplace to us that we don't censor any of it. Even for our own selves, we don't censor what we're taking into our eye gate, our ear gate, and these things. And I feel like what we watch, I have to be careful of what I watch because I feel like it literally becomes part of me. It's part of my psyche. When I watch certain things, I will dream about it at night. I will dream about it all night long sometimes. So it's one of the reasons why I don't watch horror movies because I will dream about that stuff all night and I will not get any sleep. When I was a kid, when I was a teenager, there was a time I used to watch certain things, and then I don't know. As I grew, I just kind of weaned myself off of that stuff. But even now, like just trying to watch certain things, like I said, sometimes there's so much violence in it, so much blood and gore. And you may really want to watch it because you like the story, but it can be some of the sexual scenes and stuff can be a lot. So I'm saying this for me. I know that's not everybody. I don't expect everybody to be where I am thinking about certain things. And like I said, this is not to judge anyone for anything, but it is something that I wanted to bring to your attention because sometimes it's not just art imitating life, but sometimes life starts imitating art. The things there are things that are cool today that weren't cool when I was growing up, but because we hear about it in the music and we see people emulating these things in the movies and the television show. Now all of a sudden it's okay, it's commonplace, but is it really okay? Um, is it really beneficial? That's the key thing. Is this beneficial? So whatever it comes down to, it could be things that you're taking in. Like I said, number one, you don't want anything to be controlling you. But if it's getting to the place where you cannot control it and you feel addicted or it's become a struggle for you to stop it, then that's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. So um, I want to keep the momentum going. I want us to keep charging forward. I'm already feeling pretty good just to be on this journey, and I hope that you begin to experience that too. And like I said, every day, make sure that you take time out for those of you who pray to do that, or those of you who meditate, or those of you who journal. You need to do at least one of those things every day. Set your time aside, whether you do it in the morning or in the evening, but set time aside to do that because that's for you. That's for you. And you can journal about this journey. Some people just feel like they don't know what to write about or what to talk about or what to meditate on. Think about how, if this is your second day, how was this day going? And was it a good day? Was it a bad day? My day was a good day, but I'm gonna tell you, I was struggling. I was struggling so bad. I was looking at my car, and all I wanted to do was make it to the car. my heart was my heart rate was just beating so fast, and I was just walking. I'm telling you, I was just walking. It was beautiful. The sun was shining, and I made it around that track a couple times. But I'm not gonna lie and tell y'all I did a mile. I didn't do a whole mile, but I said, well, I'm out here. I did more than 30 minutes and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that I did that. So, like I said, just start from where you are. Some of you have probably been exercising all your life, and that's probably laughable to you. But I will say, for those of you who are struggling and starting, you know what they say, starting from the bottom, but we here. We are here. So, in the meantime, you have a great day. I want you to live a happy life and a better life. And please, don't forget to comment. Let me know how your journey is going. And I appreciate you. And I will see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. All right. Bye bye.